renarspodcast.
So yeah, and that was also in together all that trauma came, right? So I was dealing with that because that it was so severe and it was progressing so fast.
Tell me, how did you get it?
Yeah.
Trauma.
So the first, I can say that it was very stupid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was having a high stress, chronic stress from different directions. So, and I was very tired at that day. I remember that day when I injured myself. I was very tired, and I was thinking, should I do this or not? And I was lifting some weights, and I was building up for some deadlifts. And what was the way? I really don't recall. But it was over 150 for that guy. It was kind of okay, not much. But I was so tired. So, and I did for a few reps, and I felt some very sharp pain in my upper thoracic, and it was immediate. Like, and I collapsed on the floor, and I could not breathe. So, and it's shooting in right in my ribs and everything.
And deadlifts, that's the one on the back.
No, deadlifting from floor.
From floor.
So
I never would lift weights.
Yeah. So
you just
me too. At that time, I was like, that's why.
That's where you squat and then you pull up.
So you pull up from a floor.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's when you got that pain.
That's what I got that friction or like a first break, right? So in my upper thoracic, like a middle back and upper, higher to the neck or cervical. And there was consequences, and I was not very smart how to deal with it. I was okay. So because it eventually just gave me a relief, and but I was going for doctors because I could not sleep, could not think normally. I was like really messed up, and I could not breathe very well. So I was going like spirally down, pretty fast. And the doctors, they did some very simple X-rays and stuff like that. They said, you have like this and this vertebrae is like, right? Fractured, yeah. And I immediately understood that, damn, this is something serious, right? So I need to take a rest and find the solutions. But there was not a good specialist around me, and they didn't took immediate like a proper steps to improve, because in my case it made such a difference in my curvature in my spine and pressure on the nerves and that eventually changed the way my biomechanics goes in the body. And when the curvature change, all other areas are inflicted. So you have changes in there too. So the next one, I had some layers, to that. So next one was a small injury in the neck, in the cervical, in the lower part of the neck. And I felt like I was still, after some time, doing some flips and doing stuff like that.
Wait. So you had your back broken, or the fracture was there.
It's so common, Renaud.
And then you were just like, fuck it, I will do backflips.
Yeah, but it was a time. The body heals itself.
Oh, okay. So you already felt, felt like you recovered, basically.
Yeah, maybe not.
Not 100%.
No, it's like you have some kind of knee pain, but now you have in the back, right? So you're a sportsman. When you are in mind the pedal to the metal and you're like, I cannot go out of shape and stuff like that. I work so hard for this. It's a mental state, and it's very, very like harmful. So I was really going more and more when you have a good muscle surrounding, holding it in place in that time, right? So you can kind of ignore it for a while. So I did that mistake.
Wow.
So that is a mistake, guys.
So then
if you're watching this,
so the first one, the first injury was when you were doing deadlifting. What was that again?
Yeah, so deadlift.
Yeah. But what was the injury?
So you fractured the vertebrae.
So fractured vertebrae. Yeah. Then the second one
in a neck, in the cervical, lower part of the cervical in the neck. I landed on my neck doing a back flip. Yeah.
Why did you land on your neck?
I slept. I did like a sequence.
You slipped, not slept.
Slipped.
Slept is this.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Slap.
Latvian speaking English. That's for me. I'm talking
You're doing
about
very
myself.
well, by the way.
Thank you so much.
Doing an amazing job.
Yeah, the most of the times it's my Norwegian, so you can talk next time.
So this guy speaks 4 languages: Russian, Latvian, Norwegian, English. I speak 3.
A little bit German.
And a half. A little bit German. I can also say
Guten Tag.
Ich bin eine geile Lette.
Oh!
Do you know what that means?
Stimmt. Geile Lette?
Geile.
Maybe?
No. Geil means horny.
All right. You know the language. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. All right. So injury after injury,
Right.
and that's very common. When you start study and work with the people, you can see this is very common. So people just ignore some very serious shit that they in the beginning don't feel it this way. So, and I'm the case. Yeah.
And especially because they have that lifestyle of like they, as you said before, you're an athlete. You everyone looks at you as that athlete. You look in the mirror. You're an athlete.
Yeah.
And then you just push it like pedal to the metal.
Yeah, what I say. Yeah.
But it's true. I totally agree. And I think only in like probably last 4 or 5 years, I got much smarter. I had a situation and also connected with my back. I had really nasty back spasms, like really bad when I could not move. I could not move for a long period of time. And I remember I went to see a physio in London, and I was just ready. He's going to go check my back or whatever and going to say, oh, you have a bulging disc, you have whatever. And he's like, go through, check. Well, he didn't do the x-rays or MRIs, but he was like very confident. He's like, you have no issue. I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
You don't. And then I was like, so how come I have these nasty back spasms and they come like they return back and back? And he's like, what do you do for recovery? And I'm like, what is recovery?
Yeah.
So
100%.
At the time, I did not know what is cold baths or saunas or like massages.
You're skipping all of it.
I didn't do any of that. And then the next question, he's like, so how often do you train, Renars? And I'm like, about 6 hours a day, every day, 7 days a week. He's like, wait, are you kidding me?
Do you sleep?
And I was like, okay, maybe not 6, like it's like about 5. So I go in gymnastics in the morning, which is about 2.5 hours. And I go in the evening and I go to do like all the kickboxing and weights, like whatever.
Yeah.
And then he's like, and you don't rest. I was like, no. He's like, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
That's what he told me. And then he said like, just reduce the training and you're going to be fine. Yeah. And what I did, I made a decision. I took all my evening training out. I train only in the morning, and I still to this day, sleep. I train only in the morning, right? Back spasms are gone, and I was fine, and I'm fine.
Yeah, when you push too much, so the nervous system.
You have to, your body has to, obviously also, your body gets older, and it's like all the what's the word when you just like overuse your body? It's like a tear, something in tear. Yeah. What is it? Wear and tear. Yeah, that's the one. So and you now in this position that you have all these 2 main injuries, right? And so what was the next step?
So no, that was actually that it started to go spirally down pretty fast. I experienced more and more symptoms because it was a neurological thing. So it was compromising the nerves that supplies other areas like a very like important areas like heart, like lungs.
Wow.
My neck injury started to damage the innervation to the eye, so I could less and less see with my left eye. So and a lot of things, so very simple things, and I came to the point where I was not able to walk.
And these things, what you just mentioned, like, did someone explain to you that because of what you have there?
Not in the beginning, no.
But the thing is, like, you have the knowledge about,
That's the beauty of it, kind of, right? So you're going through like a very highly educated. Like a structure, and you're learning about the human physiology and learning all the stuff and working with the people, but it is not going through the main core of it, and you don't have the whole picture of it. So you cannot connect until you experience something like that on your own. So now you have this shit and you feel it like pain 24/7, and then you're experimenting, doing stuff, and you're having feedback. Well, that's where you learn.
Right.
So when it's a theory, you're like, oh, yeah, I read this book and this book and go through the points and stuff like that. It's kind of and no. Right? So when the serious stuff comes in and you cannot explain, and you go to one doctor and he says one thing, and go to another one, he says another thing, and they conflict to each other.
Yeah, it's good that you start talking about doctors. So doctors were basically not really sure what to do with you. Was it the case, or did you find someone who said, okay, we need to do surgery, but then you said like, oh, it's 50-50.
Yeah. So some doctor, but there was one doctor that said very honestly, so yeah, if we do this, So you have this 50-50 chance we can damage the brainstem.
And just as that meme goes around, like, are you gonna live or die? 50-50.
Yeah.
But then, wait, in your case, so if the 50% that you're gonna recover and gonna be fine, so what are the other 50%?
Not fine. You just you can have
less fine.
You have the main system in the body that's a nervous system. If that goes wrong, you go wrong, and you never know how it's gonna go.
So literally, you can get like paralyzed and shit.
Oh, in certain degree, yeah. You can start to experience some numbness all the time. You can one leg kicks off. You can have like problems with digestion. You can have like a heart palpitation.
So what it is, it could be like opening the box of Pandora. So you don't know, you have no fucking clue what could go wrong.
They have like kind of lucky guess.
Oh shit!
They can have like, but they never know. They can not tell you. So when I was a person, hey, all right, I did some harmful things in my life. I was not smart enough, wise enough, right, to care about my life and life in general. Mm-hmm. So, but now if I'm still able to breathe, mm-hmm. right, maybe not walk so well, but if I'm able to breathe and think, maybe I can do something about it, right? So, and I will give the chance and give all of it, maybe just to improve, because all the pills I was using, like antidepressants, painkillers and stuff like that, was not helping much.
Wow.
So what do you do? So the doctors are confused. They don't know, maybe this, maybe that. There's maybe no chance, right?
And how long did you have this like kind of in the lingo situation where you're
it was a couple of years.
Couple of years.
Yeah. So in the beginning, how it was. So you have a symptom, like mostly we are programmed like this. You have a symptom and you're looking for solution outside of yourself. So I was going all over the place. I was mad at doctors. I was looking, listening, open mind kind of. But I was also mad at the point because it's not helping. They're coming back and I'm blaming you because you're not helping me. Mm-hmm, so I took all the responsibility off myself. And I just at one point realized, damn, what I'm doing. Wow. I'm just waiting when it's going to be better.
So someone else is going to basically
fix me.
Fix you.
Fix me, please, so I can be the same again.
Yeah, wow.
And that was my mistake. So I was not willing to change. I was not seeing even that I should change. Right. Yeah. And that was kind of boom in my mind.
But change in the sense of like that you would not do anything towards like recoveries. You were just living your life as normal. I mean, you didn't do like crazy like smoking, drinking, and partying.
There was a part of my life that I was experimenting, but not so much.
Right.
No. Yeah. So.
But you basically, what you're saying, you kind of were now when you look back, you were struggling with this idea that you didn't do anything actively about improving this situation, but were you just expecting that someone else is going to give you a solution?
That was I was thinking that I was doing. But my doing was going to the doctor's office and saying, fix me.
Right.
So that's it. So, but then I was starting to flip this around and seeing myself, and that's awareness, self-awareness. Yeah. I was starting to ask the question, and from very simple things. So what the heck I'm doing through all day, right? So how I'm thinking, how I'm using. I have a primary function such as breathing. How well do I breathe to improve my well-being?
So why do you think, and what was the point where you're like, okay, you start shifting your outlook and where you start shifting the way you were thinking? What happened?
That's very, very, very funny because I had the symptoms like I was heating up, right? So because of my compromised nerve supply and to the head and the blood supply to the head, I was experiencing the heating up. So my head basically turned red.
I think the word you want to use is overheating.
Overheating,
so you were like really overheating.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So I was looking for solutions, and the best solution to put the head under the cold water. So
nice.
It's just simple as that.
Nice.
So
I like that. Yeah, look at this wise man. Basically, I'm overheating. Let's stick my head nice.
Yes. Nice. So, and I was doing at the beginning just with my head, like under the cold water shower, I was not going in completely.
Wow.
So it cooled me down a little bit. And I was like, oh, right. Okay, I feel I'm a bit better. Oh, much better, right? So colder it is, so longer it prolongs that time. And then I thought, maybe I'll just go in all the way. and feel what it is. So that was the starting point actually to the
So
cold.
basically, there you had no idea about Wim Hof and
no
cold.
idea. I was
cold
not
therapy.
interested. I hated the cold.
Oh my
That was
god,
not
I love
mine.
this because so many people now probably see you like they see what you do like 2 minutes under like 0 water, which is insane, and then they're like, oh yeah. He got inspired.
Yeah.
He read a book or some shit or whatever. Saw a seagull
hated
fly
the
over.
cold.
But you literally were overheating and you
Just
just
a symptom. Just a symptom.
That is
And
so
I was
cool.
looking how to escape and how to suppress it. That was my pill. In a
Renarspodcast.